Well, Papa, last minute, got the winner in the end. I guess how important of a win is that, and also your immediate reflections on the performance tonight?
Yeah, obviously a very important win. Tough game, really, difficult match. They defended very well. It was a bit of an arm wrestle. In the end, we kept going, which was very encouraging. We didn't really give a chance away in the game, which was defensively we were very solid, and we remained patient and confident that we can get the winner. And the players that came on made a great impact. So we're delighted with the win.
I mean, talking about those players that came on, Chris, Francesco, Dishan, Robbie, they all really helped change the game. I guess just comments on their performances tonight.
Yeah, excellent. As I said, they all made an impact. I think Birkin made a good impact as well. Unfortunately for us, we lost Matty to an injury, so that made it a bit difficult because it's a sub that you've already used before half time, and then you've only got 2 slots left. So it was a delicate one in terms of when do you get the subs on and not leave too much time left in case it's an injury and you're down to 10 men. So we tried to manage that the best we can to still allow the players to make an impact, and fortunately for us, they clearly did.
Well, you've played now 5 games in a fortnight. It looked like in bits there was a bit of fatigue seeping in with some of the players, and obviously with those changes it helped change the game. Did you notice that as well, that there were a few tired bodies out there and the game started to catch up in some areas of the game today?
Yeah, I think that they were a little bit flat. But when I say a little bit flat, I think, but the concentration was excellent. Although it's a lot of games in a short period, we're very disciplined. And as I said earlier, we didn't give a chance away in the game. So that side of it was very good. We maybe lacked a little bit of a spark with certain players, which is also natural. The early change didn't help. But when the players came on, it was key, to try and get the winner, but also stay disciplined against a very dangerous team on the counter. They have some very good players that can hurt you if you're not organised well. So we had to balance that, and the players, credit to them. They're very calm and confident in that last period, and we had some really good opportunities. And I thought maybe it's not to be, but young Nishan scored a great header.
Well, Tony, we asked Nick about it a little bit earlier because Jason Cummings had a few things to say about the drinks breaks and the lengthy commercial breaks today, and even the lengthy VAR review. Is that something you've started to notice a little bit? Was that something you noticed a lot more tonight?
I think the lengthy VAR review, I'd like them to be a lot quicker because I think that they're taking a little too long in all games. But the extra, the drinks break, or whether that's for TV or not, I think we would all love the game to keep flowing, but we were made aware of this before the season. I don't like it, but we have to accept it, and it can work in your favour sometimes and against you. But regardless of whether it's for you or against, I'd certainly love it to just continue. Let the game continue. So that's my view on that.
And Matt Sporanovic, I guess, what's the prognosis with him? What sort of injury was it that he sustained?
Something quad, hip, something in that region. So he's getting checked as we speak. Look, he had to come off for it, so obviously he will miss some time, which is a shame because he's been playing really well, and we've had a couple of other players unavailable, whether they're injured or sick. Which made Matty maybe play a couple of games too many in this period, but he's looked really good, and I feel for him, but I know he'll come back stronger again.
Popper, on the lengthy VAR check, we saw from the press box you having a few glances over at the monitor, maybe to try and understand what the decision was and what the hold-up was. Were you given any indication on the sidelines as to why the delay was as lengthy as it was, and what it was that they were checking for?
It was for the VAR. You mean for the VAR?
Yeah,
the decisions.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about the one second half, the two in the second half, or first half?
In the first half.
The first half, I think they'll check in to see whether the Central Coast player got a touch to the ball.
Were you given any indication as to why it took as long as it did? Because it would have been 4 or 5 minutes that we were waiting for that to come through.
Yeah, as I said earlier, we'd love that review, that process to be quicker, but I'm sure the officials are trying to get it spot on, and in time maybe that'll get better. We needed to get better, but I thought the ones in the second half were a bit long as well. I thought the one on Marco, we were unlucky not to get a penalty, really. I thought anywhere on the park, that's a foul, and, I don't understand how that isn't given. So I was disappointed in that one. While the other one, yes, it took a lot of time, but I felt straight away that the Central Coast player got a touch of the ball, the one with Jake Brimmer. So I'm not sure what they were looking for there.
You welcomed Josh Brillante back into the starting fold. What did you make of his performance and the way that he combined with Burke and Kurtar in the second 45 in that double pivot?
Yeah, he was. Look, he's our leader, and he's growing into that role both on and off the field. It's new for him. He has a lot of respect within the club, and he showed a leader's performance today. And I thought he was very good. And then second half, he had to take another role where he had to help a young player through. It was a tough match. He got thrown in there, probably without much of a warm-up. We needed him on there quickly, and I thought he adapted well. And today he probably took another step in terms of his development in the game.
Just looking at, obviously, the match winner for the game, Nishan Volupale. He's a young player just starting to make his way in the league. Do you have any comments on his performance specifically and how you see him developing as the season progresses?
Well, he had a great impact. He came on and he was excellent. Okay, that's clear. But he's a young player and he's going to have ups and downs. And he was left out last week, because he's adapting to training, to having the expectation of performing every day. That's still new for him. You can't have 2 or 3 days in a week where you don't train well. So it's new. And he worked very hard in the week that passed us, in terms of he didn't travel to Sydney. He worked extremely hard on his game, on his conditioning. He knows he's got to continue doing that. So now it's about keeping his feet on the ground. He has talent. Talent alone will not be enough. So he's a good young boy. We love him at the club, and we'll keep trying to help him get through the ups and downs that all young players have.
So your thoughts turn to the next game away from home. How do you now prepare? You've finally got out of this mini rut.
Yep.
What's the approach now? And then you have the derby the week after. That's I know you're going to say 1 week at a time.
Yeah. Firstly, we'll give the players a couple of days off. It's been a big couple of weeks when you think of winning the cup, then 3 games in a short period of time, not getting a result, and then another tough game today. So they'll have a couple of days off, which they need to recharge their batteries, and then the heavy schedule starts again. So I think the immediate thought is just recovery and rest, and then when we come in on Tuesday, we'll start getting the bodies going again and preparing, obviously, physically and mentally for a tough challenge away at Brisbane.